that person will just walk over you, and that person knows next time, oh, they drew a boundary. Oh, that boundary is kind of like, it's a dotted line. It's just like a Twizzler. It's not a strong rope. It's kind of like breakable, like a Twizzler, and that's not good, y'all. It's not good.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
All right, y'all. Another day of life. Another day of daily. So blessed, y'all. So blessed to be just having life, doing life, and putting mental health out in the world, y'all. So blessed, so blessed, so blessed to have another day with you. And y'all, one thing I've been thinking about is being grateful and just for the day, being grateful for the day that you are just having right now, right? We wake up each morning, we never know if this will be our last morning to wake up. And y'all, I say it every day at the beginning of daily that I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to have another day of life, because we just don't know. We just don't know, y'all. We don't know when that last breath is gonna be. And we gotta just treat each day as a blessing. We've only got one life, y'all. We only got one life. And you know, it's like sports teams. Good sports teams will say, hey, we're only taking one game at a time, right? We're only taking one game at a time. We can't look back to the past game, and we can't look towards the future. The only game that is important is the game that we're getting ready to play. And I think that's so true in life too, y'all. It's so true that the only thing that really matters is the moment that you're in right now. Right now. The previous moments, they're gone. They don't matter anymore. The future moments, you never know if you're going to have those future moments. You never know how the future moments are going to work out. The only moment that really matters is right now. So my hope is that you just find a way. You find a way to just get it through, either get through the moments that you're in that are difficult, or those moments that you're really enjoying. Just squeeze the most out of those moments. Squeeze the most out of them. Because we know one thing is true, that it will change. It will change, and that moment will pass, right? No matter if it's good, bad, or ugly. So, y'all, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about, we talked about moms this morning. If your kid is being a bad sport, what do you do? So we'll talk about that today. We're going to talk about boundaries. We're going to talk about boundaries, and boundaries is a big, big topic amongst clients, and so we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about so much more, y'all. So you guys sit back, put on your seatbelts, enjoy this ride around just doing community mental health, y'all.
I got no reason to be sad. My mood is convinced me that it's bad. With every emotion that I had, but you don't get. Oh my God.
All right, y'all, real quick before we get into today's show, hey, I'm calling all chess players between the ages of 13 and 18, basically middle school and high school chess players. It doesn't matter how good you are. Don't be like, oh, I'm not good enough. Hey, we'll take beginners, we'll take intermediate, we'll take advanced, we'll take professionals. We're having a chess tournament this Saturday, y'all. Our first ever game at Midwest Anxiety. We're hosting our first ever game, and it's going to be a chess tournament. We hope you'll join us. Hope to see you then.
So strange how we end up being here again. I don't care as long as you get me up.
about what we talked about in Moms this morning. And if you're a mom and you don't know what Moms is all about, you got to get in on the Moms. The Moms is a great group. It's a great group of moms. We meet Monday through Friday from 9 to 9:30, and the first 15 minutes or so, we just let moms talk. We let moms do the mom talk and help support each other on just what they've got going on at home. And then I usually talk about a topic, something specific. And this morning I talked about what do you do if your kid's not a good sport? And what we talked about is, you know, if your kid plays soccer or football or baseball or basketball, that we always want to be encouraging our kids to be a good sport. You know, if your kid cries out on that soccer field, or if your kid's always complaining about the ref, or always saying that the other players are cheating, right? That your kid is too focused on everything outside of them. And what we want to do is we want to help your kid focus more on themselves, right? The more we can focus on ourselves, the more control we have. This is a mental and a physical thing. And so at some point, being a bad sport, you're blaming, you're focusing on whatever is going wrong on something outside of you. Rather, we want to take control. We want to take control. We want to take control mentally and physically. And so what I encourage parents to do is have a cue for their child, to let their child know, like, hey, you're showing good sportsmanship. And a cue for your child to say, hey, you're demonstrating poor sportsmanship. You got to get it together. You got to get together. So let's say your kid's doing well playing soccer. You can see that your kid's giving good effort and hustling. You say, great job, Sam. Hey, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And you're clapping and you're providing words of encouragement, right? And your child out there can hear this. So your child knows, okay, I'm doing well. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to be a good sport, and I'm going to keep doing that. You're going to provide them encouragement. Okay, if your kid's crying, or if your kid's going, or if your kid's complaining to the ref, or your kid's tripping the other players, or just really being a poor sport, you'll want to do some type of still verbal audio cue. Maybe you do something like, hey, you got this, Sam. You got this. Hang in there. You got this. So it's still words of encouragement. And you're encouraging your child just to stay within themselves. You got this. You can handle this. Keep pushing. Give good effort, right? Keep giving good effort, right? If we tell our kids something to do, give good effort. Give good effort. Rather than stop complaining, stop crying, right? Hey, just get out there and keep playing. Just keep playing. Our kids are do. So if they just keep playing, keep working through it. It's hard. Keep working through it. Work through it, y'all. Work through it, Sam. Hey, you got this. You can do this. Then that provides words of encouragement to our kids, and that's way better, because our kids need to hear us providing some type of positive encouragement when they're down, when they're struggling. When you get all mad at them, when you get upset with them, then they just get more upset. They're just in their emotions. They're feeling their emotions. So I want to stay positive. I want to stay positive even though your child is going negative. Now after the game conversation looks a little different, okay? Your kid's going to be complaining, the refs, bad calls, they were out there tripping me, my coach doesn't put me in enough, blah, 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 blah. Hey, great job, Sam. Great job. You played it. Hey, you're working through it. You're working through it. I know it's hard out there. I know you don't believe you're getting the calls from the ref, but way to keep working through it, right? Provide that positive encouragement no matter what, right? That's the way to do it. That's the way to turn a poor sport into a good sport, okay? You don't accept that negativity. You don't accept that poor sportsmanship. All right? You don't, if your child is demonstrating poor emotions and behavior, you as a parent don't go there. You as a parent don't go there. You stay positive. Model for your child how your child's supposed to be out on that sports field. All right, y'all? All right. Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, y'all. What's been coming up in client sessions? Clients and I talk about boundaries a lot, boundaries. And particular, one reason it comes up a lot is because I have a lot of clients. I see a lot of people that are emotionally sensitive. They're people pleasers. They're empaths. Basically, they don't really have strong boundaries because clients don't want to upset people. And so a lot of times these boundaries are really blurred or no boundaries at all. Because emotionally, if they start to upset someone, they don't like that feeling. They don't like that feeling of someone being upset with them. It causes them to feel depressed or anxious or guilty or ashamed. It causes those feelings. And these emotionally sensitive people that I see, they don't like that. And so they have poor boundaries, because boundaries basically is a line that you draw, that you basically say, hey, you're not going to do that to me. You're not going to treat me that way. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me that way. You basically put up a fence or a wall, basically saying, if you cross this, if you cross my boundary, then I'm going to distance myself from you. I'm going to distance myself from you physically, emotionally, so I can protect myself. And so what I do is I help people that are emotionally sensitive. One of the first things that I do is just help them develop the self-confidence and the autonomy that if they do, not if, but when they do draw this boundary, that they can take care of themselves, that they can handle it, that they have enough confidence in themselves that if that person does decide to abandon them or does decide that they don't want to talk to them anymore, that they can handle it, okay? And some boundaries are really important to draw, because I'm really big believer in that if you draw a boundary and you don't keep it, well, you're just teaching that person that you're not strong enough, that you're incapable of being able to keep that boundary, and that person will just walk over you. And that person knows next time, oh, they drew a boundary. Oh, that boundary is kind of like, it's a dotted line. It's just like a Twizzler. It's not a strong rope. It's kind of like breakable, like a Twizzler. And that's not good, y'all. It's not good. I'm a big believer in we basically teach people how to treat us. And so what I do is I help people develop the self-confidence and the self-worth that they are valuable enough to draw that boundary, to say, hey, I am trying to be healthy, and I'm going to meet you right at that boundary, and I'm going to open that door, and I may let you in if you're showing that you can talk to me and be with me in a healthy way. But if you're not, I'm going to close that door on you. I'm going to close that door. I'm strong enough and I'm confident enough to close that door. And if I need to, I'll put a latch on it. I'll put a lock on it. I'll put a double lock. I'll put a triple lock on it. And it's going to take us being able to slowly, gradually work things out where I trust that you're not going to take advantage of me. You're not going to talk to me. You're not going to mistreat me, that I can unlock that door slowly and open it up just a little bit to see if you're going to do it again. Okay? But I'm going to need to trust you first. Healthy boundary setting is really, really important. And here's the deal, y'all. Some people are not going to understand your boundaries. Some people are just not going to understand them. And they're not going to they're basically going to just say, hey, like, if you put this boundary up, I'm out. And they can't handle you setting the boundaries. They can't handle you setting the boundaries with them, partly because they don't understand the healthy part of establishing a boundary, because they don't have boundaries themselves. All right. So my encouragement to you would be is to make sure that you understand and that you know you're valuable enough to set those boundaries. And then if someone crosses it, they got to get it back on the other side. You got to show them that they're not going to teach you that way. And if they are, you're going to have that boundary up. All right, y'all. I know it's really hard for some of us. I know boundary setting is really, really hard. It makes you feel really uncomfortable emotionally and physically. It really pushes on those abandonment issues, those worries that people aren't going to like you. But in the end, you'll have healthier relationships when you do set those boundaries. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. It's been a great day. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you have a smile on your face, lots of love in your heart, and thanks for watching today, y'all. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.